What is up, Neophytes? My name's Alan, aka Neocryptor, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Another mod tutorial today, guys. It's going to be kind of a short one because there's not a lot to cover, but this was requested in the comments a few videos back. So, I aim to please. Hey, you know, today we are taking a look at Sorcery Tweaks. Sorcery Tweaks is a mod that aims to improve Sorcery because, you know, Sorcery is good, but it could have been better with just some minor little changes here and there. It adds a few new spells, it enhances a few new, adds a few enhanced spells when I learn how to talk. And it gives you full control over the settings of your sorcery experience, as well as adding in some new rods or staves, whatever you want to call them. I call them a rod because they're too short to be a staff, honestly. And a few weapons that actually allow you to access your sorcery while you have a weapon equipped. So let's dive right in. Okay, so all you need to get going is to have sorcery unlocked. Once you have it all unlocked and you hit level 60, if you go under your knowledges and go under advanced thaumaturgy and thaumic arms. Each one of these unlocks a few things. The first thing is advanced thaumaturgy unlocks a new staff, as well as the potential to use these new and enhanced spells. Now, for you admins out there, you have a couple different ways of doing this. You can either place books around that allow players to learn each of these spells individually, or in the settings, which we will go into later, you can tick it to auto learn once you learn this sheet. That is the way that I have it set up on my server. And of course, thaumic arms gives a variety of weapons that replace your kick or crowd control button, whatever you want to call it, with the menu to pull up your spells. So you can, you can fight with it, and you can hit control, and you can cast your sorcery spells with it, which is pretty cool. We'll be looking at some of those. What is that? Oh, Master Weaponsmith. Huh? Oh, you have to have Master Weaponsmith. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little, dude. My anxiety. Let me just intercede here real quickly, because my anxiety is like, hi camera, why are you all the way over there? You're way over there. Whatever. My anxiety is like ridiculously high right now, because today, when you're viewing this video, I will be at work. That is huge. I have severe social anxiety, right? I mean, crippling severe social anxiety. And I have not actually worked nor really spent any time outside of my house, at least in any great bulk, in a decade. And I am freaking out. So if I'm a little jumbled during this tutorial showcase, please forgive me. And yeah, give me some happy thoughts in the comments, because this is huge for me and really needed. Right, let's get back to it. Okay. So after you have your feats unlocked, you can come to your table here, and you can craft a Selinator's staff. You have of course your regular arcane staff, and by the way, all the new spells, and it should look like this if your admin has enabled it for you to be able to learn the spells automatically. Otherwise, you'll have probably less of these because you've had to find them. But you'll have your Selinator staff and potentially some of these spells. Oh, we need 6 fragments of power. Let me go grab those, because they're in a workstation. Sadly, Unlock Plus does not let you pull from most workstations, which is very strange. I wish there was a setting to adjust that, because, it would be very nice. All right, so let's grab 6 of those. And then we'll drop them in over here, like so. And craft a Selinator staff. Now, I have the default staff on my bar right now, as you can see. So let's go ahead and compare the two. So obviously, the normal staff here, you pull it up, and we all know what it looks like, right? And if you go into, say here, like if I wanted to cast a whisp, imbues the soul on a fixed point, let's, there. We just cast whisp, right? Nothing strange, nothing out of the ordinary. Now, if we grab Solidator's staff and we pull up the interface, you can see we have a wheel here with things slightly renamed. We have demonology, necromancy, divination, thaumaturgy, and illusion. All of those are pretty appropriately named. So under the necromancy, for example, you have imbue wisp, and embed wisp, imbue wisp, and then you also have enhanced imbue wisp, and a necromancy tier 2. Enhanced imbue wisp is this. It places a little spirit globe above you that's white and gives white light instead of the green little imbue wisp that darts around and annoys so many people. But as you can see, the interface is completely changed, and with the regular rod, you cannot access the enhanced spells or the extra spells that this mod gives you. So let's talk about the mod configuration real quick. So you need mod control panel installed, and if you hit Shift N, that brings up your mod control panel. And you can click on sorcery tweaks, and you have all the settings you would ever need for sorcery right here. Minimum health modifiers, minimum stamina, corruption visual modifier, etc. You can change everything. And then you have your spell configurations: Army of the Dead, fog density, spawn delay. The fog density is nice. You can turn it down or turn it off completely, so it doesn't inhibit you, because sadly the default fog density for called Army of the Dead is just way too high in my opinion. So I really like the fact that you can turn this down. Call and Nurgle, you can change its stamina cost per second, how much the flap cost is, its max speed, its endurance, etc, etc, etc. I have cost per second turned to 0 and flap cost turned to 1, because I like to be able to fly across the map. So some of these settings have been changed from their defaults, but yeah, when you first install it, everything should be pretty much on par with vanilla sorcery. But you can come in here and customize it to your heart's content. Concussion storm, that is lightning storm, but instead of doing damage, it does concussive damage and knocks things out in an area, potentially, because we know how random lightning can be. Elemental protection, which is pretty freaking cool. As it sounds, it gives you protection against the elements, heat, cold, etc. The enhanced wisp, the luminosity, light radius, duration, RGB. The RGB settings do not seem to work, because I have it set to be very, very blue, but it is not. So I think that might be something the mod author needs to look into. But hey, you know what? It's still, the rest of the settings work as intended, and it gives a lot of light, and it doesn't dart around the screen being super distracting like a little green soul guy. Yeah, we're talking about you. The invisibility duration, the conditions for removing it, like I have it turned off on interaction and on initiating an action, such as being able to interact with thralls or grab a little loot or something of that nature. But if I take damage or I start dealing damage, it drops. Ice bridge duration, lightning storm, mass call. This is really nice. Harvest multiplier. Yeah, I have that turned up really high right now, to be fair. It should be it's maybe a little too much. I was trying to balance it out with the harvest multipliers I have set on my server, which this doesn't seem to be 1-to-1 with those, so I'm still kind of tweaking with this. The radius, if you set this too big, this and this too big, your players will, or you will crash if you use it, because you'll have a buffer overload because you're collecting too many items. So if you want to adjust this one, you really got to kind of mess with it. It doesn't really break anything, but what happens is you will disconnect from the game and have to reconnect, and your inventory will be so incredibly full that the easiest thing to do is to literally just drop all your loot. We have night vision, duration, auto learn enabled. Night vision is another spell that adds the slow fall, water breathing, auto learn. Like I said, the new spells, you can either have them auto learn, or the admins can place books around for you. And then you have your summon, abyssal summon duration, Undead Thrall duration, I turned that up because I hate just randomly logging in. Oh, my zombies are gone. And Abyssal equipment duration. Please note that this does not affect the weapons, only the armor. So my armor that I'm wearing is permanent unless I die. If I die, it still disappears. Or if it was in my inventory when I die, it still disappears. But beyond that, it will be with me for infinity and beyond. Okay, so now let's take a quick look at the weapons, right, that you can craft. Now, you do need to have killed the Kin Scourge to be able to craft these, because all of them require his various anatomical parts. I need his heart and his heart, like you were crafting the laminate. Let's see here. Here we go. Grim Sorcerer's Blade. As you can see, we need the heart of the King Scourge. It's star metal, witchfire powder, alchemical base. And yeah, ooh, what are these? Oh, where did these come from? Oh, these look cool. Okay, I'm getting off track, guys. I learned some stuff yesterday and I hadn't looked yet. Great sword. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Most of these are like sorcerer or something. You can find them in here. If you have a lot of weapons in here, they don't have any individual unique models. So it is a little sword of Nurgle. Oh wow, I've learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Let's see. Let's see. If I type SOR, there we go. Yeah, you have the Sorcerer's Sorrow, the Sorcerer's Lament, whatever, and Tellus Sorrow. So if we wanted to craft Tellus Sorrow, for example, we'll need a heart of the King Scourge. King Scourge will need some black eyes, etc. And we just craft that up. Wow, I only wanted to craft one. I didn't need 3 hearts of the King Scourge. I kill him a lot for whatever reason. And we'll craft that up. It will take some time to craft, so I will be back with you as soon as this bad boy is ready for us to look at. Okay, so I crafted Sorcerer's Sorrow and Tellus Sorrow, which should be theoretically the same sword, right? Just to compare them. The Sorcerer's Sorrow is a lot powerful. So we have Tellus Sorrow, and I don't have a blacksmith right now hooked up in here. I have one off on another station at the moment. So these are just completely base. Health damage 48, armor pen 20%, cripple for Tellus Sorrow, which we all know and love. And then we have the Sorcerer's Sorrow, which does 62 health damage, 20% armor pen, follower damage plus 15%, strength damage plus 15%, is a spell focus and a legendary weapon. I mean, woo! Check that out, right? So let's go ahead and pull this thing down to the bar. Let's take a look at it real quick. It is definitely a big honking sword. And it performs like any other weapon. You have your normal attacks and your heavy attacks. But if we hit the control key, it brings up our old school interface, which gives us control of our our base game spells. The odd thing I think is it doesn't seem to give us any of the enhanced spells while using it, but we do have the base game spells available for us to use. Which is a kind of cool feature. Now, one thing I don't really like, and I would actually a couple things I think could improve on these weapons, is to give it the same interface that the Selinator's staff has. That way it's uniform, right? Which would also bring up point 2, give you the ability to use the enhanced versions and the new spells that the mod comes with. But for the sake of argument, we're going to go here. We're going to smack down Larry, Moe, and Curly, the 3 Flamin' Stooges. And, just to show how good the weapon itself is. And mind you, I am not a strength character. So, that's something to keep in mind. Oh, my goodness. Come on, guys. Work with me here. Work with me. You want to be in Hollywood, baby? You got to work with me. They're gonna kill me, aren't they? That'll be embarrassing. There we go. So yeah, pretty good weapon, as you would expect. So, yeah, I think that covers a lot of... Oh, yes, there is one other little quip I would like to see for these, for the weapons themselves. I would love to see some other options, like maybe some agility weapons. Like maybe we have a bow that lets us cast our spells, or, you know, a set of daggers, or, you know, just something agility. Because all three of the weapons available in the mod that allow you to do the spells are strength weapons. And not everybody runs strength builds, myself included. I run agility builds primarily, or follower builds. Either or, kind of depends. But, you know, I feel like there needs to be just a little bit of diversity in there. Okay, so next up, I think I'm going to go into sneaky invisible admin mode so mobs don't kill me, and we're going to demo some of the spells out in the wild. Yes. Alright guys, so here we are in the middle of a fun-loving Nordheimer camp, Bargenheim, I believe. We are on the Savage Wilds map. So you can see we got some, you know, thralls hanging out here and there. Let's go ahead and try our concussion storm. When words are you know, easier for me to say, maybe. Let's see, that is elemental protection. Let's go tier 3. Ah, here it is. Shock storm. Now, every once in a while, it does bug out, and I have to do it again. I don't know what it is with that, to be fair. Maybe I'm doing things too quick. No idea. But there we go. So, the animations and everything are just like Lightning Storm, but it's Shock Storm. So, when it hits, it should do concussive damage and start knocking these guys out. I guess we'll wait a minute for it to hit somebody. That's the whole problem. Oh! Ow! That's the whole problem with something like this, as we know, is the lightning is very random. Oh, there we go. Unconscious priest right there. That one took damage that far away, if you look at their bar. Pretty insane. I bet the... another priest didn't take it. But, you know. So, if while you're knocking out thralls, you could cast this and get a little bit more bang for your buck and just let it randomly start knocking things out. And of course, like I said, you can control the settings, you control the time between strikes, and all kinds of stuff with the spell. It's definitely pretty cool. Oh, there's another one. Ding, ding, ding. Another one bites dust. Yeah, so pretty cool spell. And then, of course, we have our elemental protection spells, which are also under thaumaturgy. Wall of fire, where are we? Creeping darkness, elemental protection. So we are now safe from the elements for 5 minutes. So, you know, it just basically gives us a buff. So if we were in the north, we would be happy peachy keen. And if we run down here to the water's edge, and we do a little water breathing spell, we can go swimming without having to worry about it. I believe that is also under thaumaturgy. Come on, yeah. Thank you. Yep, water breathing right there. Then we can just jump in. There we go. Water breathing for 5 minutes. And we just chill here. We have no oxygen bar. We can swim around wherever we want. And let me tell you, on this map, this is super handy considering there's chests and stuff under the ocean and wrecks everywhere. So it is pretty cool. Very awesome ability. And then let's go back up here to the village and we will do our Call of the Dead, because I do have that set really high. If you saw, we have a total of like 50 freaking zombies. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a lunch break. I know. It was like, or dinner break. It was like 10 seconds for you guys, but it's been about an hour and a half for me, you know. It's weird how time dilation works. You guys must be stuck in the middle of a, a black hole somewhere. Look at this. There's so many people knocked out. Okay, let's do some zombie action. Yes. More creeping. Darkness, death, and destruction shall be heard from the call of the dead. Initial zombie count is 10. And the max zombies that this will produce is 50. So, and as you can see, the fog really isn't too bad, which is nice. And the zombies are going and taking care of people, slowly but surely, except for this one who's stuck. There you go. You got it. They're ignoring the people that are knocked out, too, which is interesting. I didn't know that they would actually do that. Oh, here we go. Zombie swarm. Oh, it's always good fun. Always some good, wholesome fun up here. Sorry. Wait, are you hitting me? You shouldn't even be able to see me. That's unexpected. I should be cloaked. Don't know what exactly is going on here. But it's okay. It's okay. He attacked me a couple times and ran off. That's very strange. As you can see, the zombies are as weak as ever, but there are a lot of them. Hey, you got a little zombie party down here, looks like. They all just kind of like congregating down here. I don't know why. It's kind of strange, kind of interesting, kind of wild. Ah, if I wasn't cheating, I would grab that. All right. Oh, you picked the wrong group. Dang, she fell 2 of them. Look at that. All right. Well, this was, you know, Call of the Dead. Pretty standard. Okay, I've had this. You go away. You're not supposed to be able to see me. Stop it. Really? You can't see me. I'm supposed to be invisible. Can y'all knock it off? Maybe. Grief. Always a problem. Always something going on, isn't there? Alright, guys. Well, this has been Sorcery Tweaks. This is where we're going to leave it because, yeah. I'll let you guys play with the other few spells yourselves. And let me know what you guys think of this mod in the comments down below. And like I said, wish you some luck, guys. Positive vibes, because I'm really concerned about, you know, anxiety, etc. All right, guys, that's it for now. Till next time, this is Neo, and I'll see you in game. Bye. Oh yeah, if you have a mod suggestion, let me know in the comments down below, and I will take a look. Someone requested me to take a look at Thrall Wars. That one is going to take a little bit of time for me to figure out because there's a lot of parts to it, and I've never looked at it. So yeah, if you guys have any other mods that you want me to check out and do a spotlight or a tutorial or whatever on, just let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see what if we can add it to the queue. All right, guys, later. Oh God, why do they all see me? Ah!